Hello Collective, this is Danielle back again with another reading. So I am going to just do an oracle reading today. Usually I combine oracle cards and tarot cards because the tarot cards usually gives me insight on the energies of the people involved, and then the oracle kind of gives the situation. I'm just going to go straight in with the situation. If I feel called to bring in the tarot later, then I will. Okay, just something a bit different, you know. I did a reading earlier. It was very interesting, very good. I enjoyed doing it. Right, so I'm using What's the Tea deck. I love this deck, very juicy. I might combine it with True Emotions or Messy Truth. We'll see what I'm called to a bit later on in. Right, so I hope you've all had a good day up to now. I live in the UK, so it is 26 minutes past 4 in the afternoon. I've had quite a chilled day, so I woke up. I'm on annual leave at the moment, so I woke up, I had a wash, done my skin routine, I let my dog out. He'd already been fed, my daughter fed him. The cats have been fed as well already, so that was good. One less job for me. My daughter's are adults, by the way, in case anyone says, oh, why are you leaving that to your children for? My children are adults, 21 and 24. So yeah, one of my daughters had already fed the pets for me. I just let them out. Then what did I do? I checked my emails. I scrolled on Facebook for about 40 minutes. I usually go on there to have like a daily giggle, but you know, with all the files that have been dropped, it's quite dark on there at the moment, so I didn't stay on there too long. I had a cup of tea, then I had a protein bagel with egg and fried peppers, and I got my period. So great stuff. But to be honest, normally I've noticed a change with myself over the past couple of years. Like I used to, well, for the past 12 months, I used to get really emotional during my cycle, but it's changed now. Like I notice a change in my energy and mood, but it's not as severe as it used to be. I don't know if that's age, because I'm 42 next month. So anyway, let's get into this reading. I usually do my readings in my living room, but I've been doing them upstairs in my bedroom the past couple of days because different scenery. There's more lighting in my bedroom, natural lighting, and my dog's not upstairs, so it's a bit more peaceful. Alright, so what's tea? I have as well, Collective, cleansed myself from the previous read, just in case anyone was wondering. I don't do, oh, dropped a card. I don't do readings where I do a reading and then just jump into the next one. I always cleanse my cards and cleanse my energy. Right, we've got hustling. Okay, so someone's a bit of a hustler, focused on money, focused on the bag. Money is the mission, making it rain. So this could be you, could be someone around you. You might have a hustle is a hustle. It's exactly what it says it is. It's something you do besides your regular form of income. So whether you're working a 9 to 5 or any type of job, or you know, it's an extension, an income from extended creativity. So basically this is money not created from a 9 to 5. It's not an income that's curated from a job, you know. So this is like a hustle, like a whole side hustle that someone's doing, whether it be a spiritual work, it could be art, you could be into fashion, like dressmaking or bag making. You might be designing, like my daughter, my youngest daughter, she's 21, she does drawing, and she sells some of her artwork online. So that's kind of like what a hustler is, like a side hustle, something other than the regular. You could be looking at buying flowers for someone soon. It is coming up to Valentine's Day. I don't even know what, I think it's the 10th or the 11th today. The 11th, yeah. So a couple of days, Valentine's Day, you could be looking at buying flowers for someone, or someone could be purchasing flowers for you. They might be going out shopping whilst they're at work, looking for things to buy. You could like the colour blue, red, pink. Oh, we've got fake accounts. Lurking on your socials, hidden identity, can't stop watching you. So, this could go two ways. It could go in the stalker way, or it could go in the inspirational way. Someone could just be inspired by you and watching you as a means to get inspiration, get ideas. But that can sometimes turn a bit stressful. That crosses into territory of, you know, it can turn from inspiration to copycat energy, but we'll see. On the bottom of the deck, we've got happiness hater, so someone's watching you be happy. I am getting that there's a connection here because of the first card I was drawn to the fact that the person's buying flowers. So someone's lurking on the social media platforms on a hidden identity. They can't stop watching you. They're using fake accounts. So this is giving not inspired. It's giving stalker. Let me get a closer look. Particularly, I'm getting Facebook. This person could be stalking you from home or even at work. So when they're at work, they could be pulling up your social media account on their work computer, looking, watching. They're watching you make something for yourself. They're watching you make money or creating financial abundance for yourself. They're watching you happy in a connection with this person that's potentially going to be buying you flowers or gifts. They can tell that you're in a living connection. They don't like it. We've got travel. So you could be travelling. You've either recently travelled or you'll be travelling in the near future. You are packing a bag. And I'm getting, it's like a sightseeing kind of holiday. I have to use my light on my other phone to look at some of these pictures because it is a little bit dark in here today because of the time. It's getting late in the evening. I thought so. Somebody might vape. You might be into skincare. You do like flowers. You might like journaling. You might be like the type of person that journals your thoughts and your feelings. But yes, travel is on the cards. You might like taking pictures. But not with your phone. You might be the type of person that likes taking pictures, and it's like you have a high spec camera to take pictures, not just like phone pictures. That's funny. So this person that's a happiness hater, and that's kind of lurking in the background in the shadows watching you, they're quite angry. So your happiness and peace, your life at the moment is just absolutely pissing someone off, basically. They're having a bit of a tantrum. Again, we've got a flower. This could potentially be, the happiness hater buying your flowers, as a means to try and reel you back in. Absolutely won't fall for that, because they're very aggressive. Their energy is aggressive. They're not happy. They're stalking. And they're obviously a person who's angry and into being sneaky and watching you from a distance without you knowing. Watching you on a fake profile. It takes a lot of intention to set up a fake profile to talk to someone or to stalk someone. That's not the type of person that you would want to welcome into your life or back into your life. You could be in a connection with someone that's not your usual type, and so this person is looking, thinking, I'm better than that person that she's with, or that person that he's with. That would be their ego. So they've got a big ego. So the last card that came out was ain't shit, and the next one that came out was talking shit. So someone's got gossiping behind your back, spreading lies, and smiling in your face. So this implies that you are in contact with this person somehow, and this person is in your life enough to be in your face, stood in your presence. But this person is chatting shit behind your back and smiling in your face. They've got loose lips. But there's flowers on this one as well. There's flowers. 3, 4. We've got a plant and then three symbolic flowers. And there's roses in every single one. You might have someone in your life who you've had intuition drops about this person's energy, about this person's unstable mind, what someone could potentially do. So someone is definitely spreading lies, gossiping behind your back, and then smiling in your face like they're supportive, like they're for you, like they're a friend, or this potentially could be a friend. It doesn't have to be an ex-partner. It could be a family member, a disgruntled family member. It could be a fake friend. I am getting feminine energy. Okay. Could also be an ex-partner, because we've got wants you back, didn't know you were, now they're desperate, too little too late. Okay, so this is a situation where you was with someone and it didn't work out due to maybe their behaviour, their way of thinking, their way of doing things, their way of speaking, out of turn. You most likely got fed up of not being happy in life. You might have started thinking, Lord, there's got to be more to life than this. And you've come away from that connection. However, when you first split up with this person probably thought, freedom, I've got freedom, and then went off to do everything that they wanted to do and gave no thought or anything to you or to what happened with your guys' connection. But now this person can see that you've elevated somewhat, and yeah, so literally what it says on the card, they didn't see your worth at that time of this connection. Coming to an end, basically. But now they do see your worth because they're stalking you online under a fake profile. I get this person might, I don't know why, this person might have sent you a message and tried to flirt with you to see if you would engage because they know that you're with someone, and then you didn't reply. So that person's thought, shit, this person is actually loyal, they're actually authentic. So this person wants you back. They're in deep thought about this. It's taking over. And that's one of the darkest things, really, isn't it, about social media, is that people can use it for sordid things, you know. And I'm just glad that I'm not the type of person that regularly puts photos of myself on the internet. You know, but especially with all this AI stuff, I'm not one of those that thinks AI is the Antichrist. I think you can use AI for the benefit of your own life. You can use it for a bit of fun. You can use it to find things out, you know. But when it comes to, because I was reading an article the other day that was saying they're going to use AI in like a social structure of like obedience. So if you don't comply, then you don't get this, and you know, it's saying that AI is capable of being biased, or you know, sometimes people's situations can be quite complex, and AI wouldn't pick that up because it's not a human. So in that aspect, yeah, I do see how AI could cause a lot of issues, but yeah, I'll use it. I wouldn't use it for ID or authorising things or anything like that, but to have a bit of a laugh on and to use it for knowledge, I don't see the problem. But yeah, when AI did come about and I heard about the potential for, and this was before AI was able to do this, but before AI could change, like before it evolved to what it is today, before it could put people in places they was never at, or it could remove a person's clothing, like before that came about, before it evolved into that, I'd read that was potentially going to be a future possibility. And from that, I just thought, you know what, I'm not going to keep putting my pictures on the internet. And I'm glad I didn't put pictures of my children on the internet when they was younger either, because I know a lot of people do that now because they feel a bit more secure because social media has been around for so long. But I've always been very protective of my children, and I know some humans have some dark intentions, and it takes 2 seconds to right click someone's photo and save it. So yeah, I think when you're on social media, I think it's always very wise to be careful about what you're uploading. So yeah, but that AI thing, it's getting a bit out of hand now. It's getting a bit dangerous. So this person, I've just had a situation pop into my head, and I'm going to tell you because I feel I need to tell you. I had a partner before, and he'd got this laptop, and I used to go on the laptop, and he was confident enough to let me use it, yeah, knowing what was on there. But obviously he was good with manipulating things, and he's good with gift of the gab and turning things to his own favour. I mean, it never worked. I always knew it was a BS I bought, you know. Anyway, I'm on this computer and I've found this file, and I've clicked on it, and there's loads. There was like, I want to say anything from 60 to 100 females' profile pictures, and he saved these pictures off the internet, social media. And when I confronted him and says, like, you know, why have you got all these pictures? He's like, oh, they're my friends. I was like, well, they're not your friends. I said, because that one there is your ex. And, you know, mutually we know that one. You know, so I said, it's giving a bit weird. You know, it's giving psycho. So this might be a person that's that way inclined. That person might save people's pictures in a folder. They might have like a catalogue. They might treat women, or if it's vice versa, you know, if it's a girl, they might treat men like objects of desire, not actual humans. This is quite a dark person. They're kind of like, when they don't get their own way, they can be quite nasty. They can look like one of the sweetest people. Yeah, this is some played out person. They're in their feelings about you. Heavily drinking, yep, 100% with the photo thing. They're sitting there feeling down and depressed about losing you, not seeing your worth, and then realising they should have saw your worth. They're thinking about contacting you. They're thinking about coming forward. They're heavily drinking. They're in a dark place, and they're looking at past photos. Or if they've been on your social media, they might be taking some of your new photos if you're uploading pictures. Hence why I did that big talk about photos and AI. You know, you need to be careful with your pictures these days. This person is kind of feeling their own behaviour. Like the past behaviours is now eating them up in the future, because what they thought was going to happen, I'm getting that they thought the grass was greener elsewhere, and then they got to this grass and found out it was artificial grass and it was purple. But there's no chance of coming back now. You're not interested. I feel that you're happy with someone else. You're busy enjoying your life. Yeah, this person, I don't know if they still are, but they're always partying. Shots every weekend. They had no time for you. You was the last priority on the list. They came to you when nobody else was interested. Party first, love later. Likes the high life, likes to be centre of attention. Likes material things. They're very material based. They don't think for the future, they think for the moment. They're crying over you, they're still not over you, they're watching your posts and pretending that they're fine. So they're having problems sleeping at night. You might be a spiritual person. This person could have mocked your spiritual path. You could have confided in them when you had a spiritual awakening and they laughed. Or they've given fake support, then gone behind your back and spoke about you in a negative way, like saying that, oh, you know, she's delusional, or he's delusional, he's crazy. They're not right in the head. They think this, they think that. They might have mocked you quite badly. They're mad that you've grown. You had a glow up. Ah, okay. You might be tapped into some spiritual gifts, and they think that your magic is fake. They accuse you of being low vibrational. They're a hater, spiritual hater. They can't carry the light that you carry. They try to. They try and fake it, but they can't do it. Oh dear. Someone's caught them doing something, and there's photographic evidence. Okay. I'm really hoping that this person hasn't doctored pictures with AI. Caught in the act, evidence saved, truth is in plain sight. So, this could have been something that they did. So they could have been the type of person that went on holiday a lot without you, travelled a lot without you, and they got pictured doing something because we got the camera twice. Those high spec cameras twice. They could have done something and they've been caught doing it. I'm getting that it's a third party feminine energy that's took this proof, that's took these photos. It could be a feminine energy that was connected to this person that took the photos, and now that their shit's collapsed, and this person probably, because they've seen your work, so they probably gossiped about you and told lies about you when you first ended the connection with each other, and they probably spoke poorly of you because you benefited their elevation in that timeline that they was walking into. But now that timeline's collapsed around them, they're no longer getting fun from that situation. The benefits of being in that situation have ran dry, closed up. And now this person's probably, because they're a bit toxic and narcissistic with dark energy, they've probably brought your name up to this third party. And then this third party, because they have shit on them, they have proof of them doing something, this person could be thinking about contacting you to show you proof, but I feel that you're not going to be interested anyway. You'll probably look, curiosity and all that, but I don't think that you would entertain anything. Like, you're not going to engage in any kind of arguments or confrontations or anything like that. You're not going to be open to invites to chaos, if that makes sense. Yes, the third party, the ain't shit card is the third party getting annoyed because this person has revealed they still have feelings for you. And he's got a picture of you two, an old picture of you two. She's so mad. She's so mad. She's kicking a picture of a couple. And she's angry. So I feel like he's had a bit of an awakening about who you are as a person, and he might have accidentally said something nice about you to this third party, and the third party's lost their mind. Started kicking off, throwing things around the house. That's funny. Right. Okay, so yes, I think we were spot on with the third party because we've got girl fights, jealous fights, arguments, physical fights. Guys, do not get into a physical altercation with this third party if that becomes a situation, because for a start, you've done too much growth. You're better than that. You don't need to do that. You do not need to prove anything, okay? It's not your fault that some person decided that you was less than, ran off, connected with someone else, and then realised that actually you are the shit, and the other person involved is butthurt over it, you know? Don't get into arguments, don't get into a physical altercation, and, you know, this person is just jealous, or don't bite into things like that, just take absolutely no notice. This person's haunted by memories, flashbacks. They're potentially hiding some trauma that they went through, and the side effects of hiding that trauma is playing out. They might be having flashbacks of what they done to you. Excuse me. 2 seconds, collective. I need to have a sip of water. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Got a bit thirsty. I decided not to have the water and have a sip of coffee. I came to my little station with a bottle of water and coffee. Yeah, I thought I'd have a bit of coffee, a bit of a boost. I try not to drink coffee, just because I'm very sensitive and I have to be careful what I put into me, because it does affect my mood, and it affects my connection with the divine, so with spirit. So anyway, but I thought, you know, with the older period, I thought I deserved a coffee and a bit of a boost, to be honest. So with this haunted, if this person is not haunted from their own hidden trauma that they've not spoken of, yeah, maybe it was a situation where you've gone through trauma, and through the process of you dealing with that trauma, they couldn't deal with it, or they couldn't be a safe space. You know, they probably told you to get over it, or, you know, they probably told you to stop talking about the same thing and move on, and, you know, but it's easier said than done. That's why we have therapists and psychologists and things like that. But this person wouldn't understand that. They're very self-centered, and how they feel, everyone else should feel. You know, if they feel great, everyone else should feel great. They can't be a safe space for people. This, it says memories and flashbacks. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that this person's having memories of you, but they're getting flashbacks of how they treated you poorly, and it's haunting them. Then we've got shine, radiate with truth. Your light triggers darkness. Stay unapologetically you. So this is just calling for you to not, don't change who you are. Don't overcompensate for anything, you know, and definitely do not get into this with this person, because they're only jealous because of you holding this light. You know, you might have strong faith. You might be religious, you might not be religious, but you have strong faith, strong resilience. And the terms just popped into my head, bounce back, you know, so you might just be able to bounce back from more or less every single situation that you put in, or you find yourself in. And there's another term as well, you can knock me down, but you can't keep me down. I'm getting that. Alright, let's get a few more. Okay, so, right. And I'm huffing and puffing because I can relate to this. So when you was with this person, remember when I said you might have got intuitive hits about this person's energy and how dark this person can be, yeah? So we got threatening. So we got power plays, controlling presence, you feel unsafe, right? If this is not from previously before when you was with this person, this could be in the future. So this person could, if it's a future event, this person could come forward in the future, try and manipulate you all over again to try and reel you back in, and then once they don't get what they want, they're going to start doing the power play game. They're going to be acting like they're in control of things, and what they say has to play out. And you might feel unsafe in this person's presence. Be careful with this person, because this person has their hands in things that you might not have known about. And can we see this GUN? But it's been hidden, it's been concealed. So you might not know that this person is affiliated with certain groups, whether that's gangs, cults, whatever. Yeah, someone wants the inside scoop on your life. They want a closer look, they want to be nosy, they're all up in your business. You know, if you get someone, and even if it's a friend, and I've got to say this because, you know, these things do happen. If you have a friend who's constantly calling you what you're doing, what you've been doing, oh, have you seen that person? Have you seen this person? And they're bringing up people that you don't have contact with. Just be consciously aware that that person might not be in your life with a good intention. They might have been sent to ask for information, okay? That you're not interested at all. You're going to walk away unbothered, uninterested. I don't feel like you even have the patience to listen, because I feel like for a long time you probably wish this person was different and could just do the work to grow and heal, but they didn't. This person's got financial issues as well, on the verge of bankruptcy. So when you first split up with this person, I'm not going to say that. So when you first split up with this person, you could have still remained in some type of friendship of some sort with this person. But this person was only doing that to do this, hoping that they could keep you isolated away from everybody so that you couldn't meet someone, to stop you from meeting who you were supposed to be with, to stop you finding someone that will treat you the way you knew you deserved to be treated. They was trying to block it out. They was trying to have you at home, isolated, on your own, struggling. You know, this person possibly told you how mentally ill and mentally unstable you was. They probably projected a lot of untrue things onto you that they thought or knew about themselves. This third party, if this third party contacts you, my advice would to be, don't reply. Because, you know, once you enter into things, that's an energetic cord established, right? You don't need to be in contact with this person. You don't want that back, you know? So why is this person trying to contact you? Do you know what I mean? It's going to set up an energetic cord. You don't want that. This person could have used you for money. There probably wasn't. They probably wasn't financially stable and benefited from being in your life rather than being with you because they loved you, you know. You probably had people using you for money, constantly asking for money, asking people to pay their bills. They've always got unpaid bills. They lend money, they don't give it back. They lend money and then try to gaslight you and tell you that they gave it you back when you know that they didn't give it you back. This person's a real piece of work. Yep, person's broke. That's came out twice now. They don't have anything. They're struggling financially. The third party could be broke as well. You could have done some kind of trained fighting, like boxing or MMA, wrestling. Yeah, these people are hooked. They're hooked. They're either hooked on drugs, or they're hooked on being obsessed over you, you know. They use this third party for money as well. They're getting flashbacks of what you actually brought to the table. They couldn't see it at the time. But you've already met someone that's better for you. And the person that you've met, you've either already met them or you're going to meet them in the future. You guys have good chemistry, you have great vibes with each other, and you both have pure intentions for each other. So you've got child services, children in danger, family being reported, neglect or abuse is suspected. Right. This could be one of two things. This could be some abuse had taken place and it was ignored, right, from the past. Or these two people, the ex and the third party, had a child together, but the mother in that situation is not a very good parent and neglects the child. But the father, I'm not saying that the father in this situation is a good parent, it's just that the father in this situation might love the child, but they don't do right by the child, and they're not reporting the mother or doing anything about the mother's incompetency. But somebody else has clocked it, and somebody else is going to report it. They might as well have took a child out for like a day out and lost the child because they're just not consciously aware, and they don't parent with a parent mind. They kind of parent just because the child's there, you know, like the child's like a burden. This child was probably born out of partying, substances and alcohol. One probably wanted the child, but the other one didn't. They wanted the person. Oops. We have a lot of cards. I'm not going to take all those that fell out. So the gossip that was being said about you, there's no facts about. There's no facts in this gossip. Let me just grab these cards, Collective. Sorry, give me a second. Sorry, Collective. Yeah, I wasn't going to take those cards. There was too many. But yeah, so the situation with the gossip, the that they were saying about you, there's no proof. So when we've got caught in the act, evidence has been saved, truth in plain sight, photo evidence, yeah, that's this other person, okay? The gossip that was done about you, there's no facts. It's all a vibe, no receipts, talking nonsense, messy storytelling. So, and this was smiling in your face, okay? So this could be a situation where this person did this when you first broke up with them, or these people did this when you first broke up with that person, and then this situation is coming back to haunt them, but as they were doing that, they were smiling in your face. They could have been talking about your home, talking about if you've got children, they could have been talking about your children, behind your back, and then popping over for a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and smiling in your face. But there was never any evidence of this. Never. But the shady shit they was doing, there's photographic evidence. Okay? Someone had a love affair, a romantic love affair. It started as friends with benefits. Then it turned into a secret lover. Then it became passion over loyalty. So this person started seeing this third party before you guys broke up. So yeah, someone's looking you up, sober stalking you, studying you, getting information on you. So this person's actually doing searches in your name, and I'm getting that it's the third party because the X connection, that person is already watching you with a fake account over here, lurking on your social. So you're actually friends with a fake account, and it's possibly potentially your ex. But then you've got the third party who's looking for you, searching you, trying to get information, Google searching you. The third party is a drama starter, stirs the pot, always in the middle, loves chaos, and they put on a bit of a show. They like to be the centre of attention. Very good actor, manipulative. This person is like a opposite sex lover, so they make their partner or whoever they're seeing, whoever they're in a connection with romantically, they focus their entire life around that person's existence. They become obsessed. You've got wolf in sheep's clothing. Again, like I said earlier, be careful of friends phoning you up asking you for information. Oh, yeah. And as I say, be careful of friends phoning you up asking for information. We've got karmic friends, can't fully trust them, always some tension, low-key competing with you. Okay? So guys, just be very careful. This person could be the type of person that fishes for comments, their attention, they really like, are badly into attention seeking, the type of person that walks into a room and they have to command everybody. Everybody's got to be around them, like drooling over them. It's pretty ridiculous, that is. So yeah, if you get people calling you, asking you, have you seen this person? Have you seen that person? How's your connection going? How's your relationship going? Have you cleaned up today? Like, those are very weird, intrusive questions, because regular people would just phone and be like, oh, how's your day been? How's work? They wouldn't start asking you intimate questions. Like, that's out of order and crossing boundaries, crossing lines, you know. And when that's happening, there's probably an intention. You know, like, some of your friends are probably asking you questions to pass on information, okay? And I just heard you got that right. So someone's got some unexpected winnings or a windfall coming. You'll be in the right place at the right time. Big blessings ahead. So this might come in the form as a win from gambling. That could be a scratch card, a casino visit. Not in like an obsessive, constantly trying to win money, like kind of energy, but just like a lucky windfall. So, one of the karmic friends, one of your karmic friends, so this could be a friend that copies you a lot. They're in secret competition with you, but just acts off. They play it off like, oh, I just really love you, you're such a great person, you're such a beautiful person, and they copy everything you do. Down to your clothes, your perfume. If you say you want something, they're going to run out and do it. If you post online that you need to do something or you're going to do something, that person will go and do it first. You know, like, that's crazy. This person might copy your jewellery, might copy your style. They might start copying the way you speak. Yeah, these people have got bad reputations. Someone could be a smoker, like a cigarette smoker, or other things. Or if someone's getting car drama. So repossession nightmares, always asking for a ride, too broke to fix the car. Right, I'm going to leave that there with those what's the tea, because I think they've given us enough tea. And I might get some messy truth cards. So yeah, this person's struggling to fix their car. It might be the fake friend, the karmic friend, that's going to experience a bit of bad luck. 2 seconds, collective. Oh, sorry about that, collective. Right, back. So, yeah, the karmic friend might be facing some kind of karma. They're walking sheep clothing. They're going to have some issues with their car. And this is all because of what they've been doing in the dark. I had to press pause to quickly use the toilet, and as I was running down the stairs, I tasted cannabis. Okay? So this is a person, this could be a friend who tokes. Okay? Yeah. Sorry about that, collective. I had to pause again. Had a little coughing fit, and I started watering, so someone didn't want that coming out. So yeah, this person is a smoker, and they have possibly told everyone they don't smoke it anymore. But they do. They smoke it in secret because they can't cope mentally and emotionally. Sorry guys, just get some tissue and that. This person probably has an issue with speaking up for themselves. Right. So let's get into the messy truth cards. I haven't used these for quite some time. Oh gosh. Guys, I'm very sorry, I forgot to put my mic back on. I don't know if you've missed all the things I was just saying. I do apologise about that. So yeah, messy truth deck. Oh, And we've dropped some. It's all popping off now. It's very chaotic at the moment, guys. Jesus. And so whose chaotic energy is this then? I really hope that your karmic friends are not colluding with this karmic ex-partner. Guys, I'm just going to quickly pop my light on because it's gone very dark. There we go. Right, so that's when I started speaking about this friend, it got very chaotic. So this could be, yeah. So yeah, we've got cycle repeat. So same drama, different days. They're stuck in a loop. They're stuck in like a bit of a karmic cycle with people because they're just not learning lessons. Whether this be the karmic friend, the third party, or the ex-partner. We've got can't move on, stuck. We've got stuck loop twice. So this is the ex as well. So the ex is also stuck in a loop. I really hope this friend didn't link up with your ex. We've got can't move on, stuck in a loop again, missing them, no closure. So, or maybe this friend had someone that walked out on them. Sorry guys, my nose is running now. So this person, whether it's the third party, the karmic friend, or the ex, they can't move on from a situation. They're looking at old pictures, reminiscing over the past, but watching you move into your future with someone new, and that's the key point. They're gutted. They're absolutely gutted. They're back and forth, emotional yo-yo, on and off, confused. They're living in a shadow of their old self. They want to leave their life, but they're stuck in it. They've opened the door. They've opened new doors, but they can't walk through them. So this is giving like somebody in your friend group. So we've got the situation with the ex that we've covered. We've got the situation with the karmic friend and the third party. But there's a karmic friend as well. This person might be faking a spiritual awakening. They might be getting most of their spiritual knowledge from social media or from you, and then posting it online like it was them, if that makes sense. They keep trying to walk into different shoes, like they keep trying to wear shoes of different people, but it's never working out because they can't, well, you can't fake a vibe, right? So they keep trying to imitate people that they latch onto, but it doesn't last, it doesn't work out long term because they can't keep the appearance up, and it's confusing them. It might be the karmic friend who gets reported for child neglect. It could be their ex that reports them. Then we have burned bridge, final goodbye, unrepairable, no way back. So I feel that this is you. You might have cut this friend off. You might have clocked a few things and thought, no, not having that. You might be good with pattern recognition, and you saw in this friend what you saw in people previously that have hurt you, and you've just made that conscious decision to just come away. And also with the X, that bridge has already been burnt down. You know, it's burnt down so much. There's a new bridge been built over. You're not interested. They're gonna pull out the photos like, oh, but look how happy we was, and you're just gonna like whack it out the hand and just walk on. You're not interested at all. You're happy for the bridge to stay non-existent. Yeah, you always had high levels of silent strength. And you woke up one day and you was just completely different. Your energy was completely shifted. You was done tolerating people's BS and people's projections. You might have had a piece of jewellery. You might be into crystals and plants. You might do a lot of self-reflection, and that's what keeps you grounded. It keeps you living from your soul blueprint rather than living from what society tells us we should do. Okay, so you don't follow the crowd, you don't follow what's new and what's trending. You always follow your heart and your soul and your guidance from spirit. Let's get one more. Okay, there's a situation that should have been done a long time ago, but it's been dragged out. I feel it might be this friend's situation. So you clock this friend and you know that you should have ended this way sooner than you did, but due to you not wanting to cause problems, chaos, or ill feelings, you continued the friendship and it got a bit too much. And you ended up calling it a day. And you feel like you'd let it drag on a little bit too much and it just escalated too much. So, and now it's already over and it's done, but this friend is in denial. Okay, this friend is in denial. This person, you might not contact this friend no more, but this friend, because you've not had a verbal altercation or anything like that, they might still think that you're friends and that door's open, but you know it's not. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck we've got, it's not for me, it's trauma. Triggering projections and inner wounds. Psyche, trauma response. So yeah, this friend, I feel this friend triggers a lot of old wounds in you. They might be a reminder of where you elevated from. They might be the type of person where if you've done things to better your life or you've stopped doing certain things in life, this person's there under your nose offering you the very things that you came away from, that you've consciously decided that they're not good for you and you're not going to do those things anymore. This person's just sat there putting them all under your nose to see if you'll take the bait, to see if they can break your boundaries, questioning your boundaries, testing your boundaries. And in my opinion, friends don't do that. You know, friends respect your boundaries. So that was a very interesting reading, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does resonate for you, pop it in the comments and let me know. Also, if you would like any certain particular type of reading, like reading recommendations, you can put that in the comments as well. I'm very open. Usually I just read what comes out, but if you guys have requests, drop it in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. always stay true to yourself, stay goal focused, believe in yourself, trust your intuition always. I hope you have a great, fantastic rest of your day or evening. I love you lots. Take care and goodbye. Bye bye.